Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am talking about a pen that I have had for a while but not used very often, and there is no real good reason why I haven't used it, but for the ink capacity. So it is the Moonman C1 that I'm talking about today. And you might say, that looks like a pen with a good ink capacity, and it is. It has an amazing ink capacity, and that is exactly my problem. I don't want to use a single pen for that long. I like switching pens, I like switching inks. So it's been uninked for quite some time, and I thought I would do a video about it today. And also I'm gonna try to empty it out. I didn't even fill it all the way. It's like halfway full. It's like here. And my challenge is to finish it. But yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Anyway, let us switch a shot and actually go look at the pen up close. Okay, here we are with the Moonman C1. As you can see, most of the elements of this pen are clear. They're just clear acrylic, and it's a very like cylindrical pen. It's just like a bar of acrylic. It is, in my opinion, very simplistic, but that makes it very pretty. Aside from the clear cap and the clear barrel, that is really hard to see right now because there's a dark ink in it, there is a colored grip. So the resin on the grip is actually colored. Mine is red with splotches of purple and a little bit of blue right there. It's really hard to see because we're working with our artificial lighting, because it's winter and I live in a country where it's basically always gray. But yeah, you can see it kind of right there. It is a lovely, lovely combination. It sports the normal Moonman nib, which is a fine nib, as in fine to use. The actual tipping, I would say it's more leaning to medium. And you can get this pen for around $20 on eBay or AliExpress. I can't actually remember where I bought this one. Can't find it in my email, but I looked it up. It's around $20. Fun thing, I'm writing myself, fun thing about this pen is that it looks very cylindrical on camera, but there's actually a flat side. And now I don't know if I can actually capture that on camera very well, but the flat side is here. And it lines up completely with the body. So it fully has a flat side. This means that if you lay the pen down the right way, it will not roll away. It's not gonna move, which is a fun feature. I like that. I have mixed feelings about this pen because I like it. The design is fun. It has giant ink capacity, which for some people is like a big plus. For me, it's like a meh. I want to switch inks every week. But yeah, it's a good like beater pen. You wouldn't have to worry about it because it's only 20 bucks. The Moonman nibs are generally okay, but it is kind of a copy of a Sean Newton pen. And I think it's the Shinobi. And the Sean Newton pen, of course, is more expensive. He's a pen maker that makes custom pens, I would say. I have one of his pens. It is lovely. He's a very nice man. I don't really know him personally, but I've emailed about pens with him, and he's always fast to respond and very friendly. And having this pen makes me feel really weird, especially since why is a big like company manufacturer copying such a custom pen maker? I don't get it. Of course, it's a simple cylindrical design, but the thing that makes it a copy for me is the fact that Sean Newton also has like the resin grips with the clear acrylic body. It seems like it's actually quite a blatant copy. Okay, let's go to the writing sample. As I said, it's like a more medium-ish nib. It doesn't really say on the nib what it is. I just checked off camera, as you can see, but let's just do a writing sample. I wrote on my hand, I don't know why. Maybe that's why it skipped. Moonman C1, medium-ish, maybe fine-ish. It's in between. These pens tend to be quite in between. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. Quite in between. The ink is Diamine Sargasso Sea. Ugh, I'm sniffing the nib because this ink has a smell. It's like that dirt smell and I love it. It's weird. It has a dirt smell. I'm gross. I love that smell. So this nib, it's a good nib. Like, it's kind of a beater pen in my opinion. Nothing wrong with it, but it's not amazing. And something that I noticed, mostly when I was writing in a different notebook, I'm gonna show you in a second. This nib has a little drag, as in you can feel like the nib dragging over the paper. I wouldn't say it's feedback per se. Feedback to me, it feels different. It feels more like a pencil-y feeling. This is just like, it feels like when a pen is dry, like the nib is dry and the ink, they don't work together very well. That's what it feels like to me. So my initial thought was dry nib. But then when I was working, let me zoom out a little bit. I was working and I was like planning my week and my lessons in a different notebook, a Leuchtturm. This was Tomoe River. First writing sample, Tomoe River 68 GSM. I don't know if you can see the sheen, but Sargasso Sea is really good at sheening. I was writing in a Leuchtturm. This is the cover I used for the Leuchtturm. It says held in on it. Love that cover. I noticed something. So I've used Sargasso Sea on Leuchtturm many a time. This is the back of the page I actually planned in. I used this pen and it totally bled through. And I was so surprised. Like not just on the making squares around things, but here on the numbers, it bled through. On some of the arrows, it bled through. So apparently this nib is not dry. There's just some weird drag, because I don't think I would get this result with a dry nib. Like, it just doesn't happen. So I'm going to the back for another writing sample. Magic lists, very interesting. Let me see. Moonman. Let's see what it does now, because I did just ink it in that when I wrote that. So Diamine Sargasso with the good smell. I'm obsessed with that smell. It's kind of freaky. Oh, look at that. Swing the pen and you get droppage. So eyedroppers, if it's not full, they can burp. This is a burp. So bleed through, I can't zoom anymore. Bleed through is not that bad, but it is on some of the letters. So on the D of Diamine and the 1 of C1, it's there. So it's a wet nib. It just has drag. And it burps sometimes. If you fill this pen up completely, there should not be burping. It can just happen that when there's air expanding in the barrel, it can just get out. Also, you should not be wild with a pen like this. Anyway, closing this notebook, showing you this one again. Okay, let's round up. The Moonman C1 is a nice pen. It is not perfect, but it's a good writer. It has a big ink capacity, which is great for some, not so great for other people. And it might or might not be a blatant copy of a pen that is made by a custom pen maker. It is $20, not expensive, but I have mixed feelings about this. You can make up your own mind about this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.